let me wish you happiness and peace, not only during this 1 hour Sutta studies, but every time you consciously live. May you be able to make your effort in the Dhamma meaningful by listening to the Sutta studies. With that wholesome thought in mind, we are going to begin today's Sutta studies. Before that, let's pay our very respected, humble gratitude to the Supreme Buddha for his compassion and kindness for us. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. I pay my homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So today, you are warmly welcome for Sutta studies. If the number, even if the number is less, it is very important for us to continue our Sutta studies, because there are days that I may not be able to do the Sutta studies, so that I do not want to cancel the date that I can, because of the importance of the Dhamma for us in our life. I really appreciate your participation. I believe that you reread this discourse and understand the facts of the discourse in different ways. The Seka Sutta, the discourse on the learner, is from Majjhima Nikaya. We mostly take suttas from Majjhima Nikaya because each sutta comparatively take the first step of the training, and it goes on to the last step of the training with examples, and the map of each sutta is really nice, so that the suttas in Majjhima Nikaya are to read by everyone if we want to understand the mechanism of the Noble Eightfold Path and also Nibbana. The discourse on the learner, or Seka Sutta, is recorded in the second book of Majjhima Nikaya. There are three books, three main books, and the second book has 50 suttas, and this is the second third sutta of the second book. If I give you a summary of this sutta, that would be good for you to follow the details of the sutta. The key points of the sutta is about the Noble Eightfold Path. One of the key points is the Noble Eightfold Path. It is being explained in the way that noble disciple practice. The sutta title is Seka Sutta. Seka is a name given to someone who is still in the training, but not a very basic one. It is said in the commentaries that the one who has entered the Noble Eightfold Path and still in training is called Seka. So we know from various discussion that there are 8 individuals in the Sangha. Who are these 8 individuals? 4 are reckoned as people who follow the path. The 4 people have achieved the results. That is called Magga and Phala. If I mention these 8 individuals, I think you remind yourself who are these noble eightfold disciple. First one is the one who is still on the one who is on the path to stream entry. The first one. Second one, the one who already attained the Sotapanna, the stream entry. Third one who has attained Sotapanna and is trying to attain the next stage of enlightenment, and he's called Sakadagami Magga, the one who is on the path to Sakadagami. The fourth one is the one who already attained Sakadagami state. Then we have already mentioned four. The fifth one is the one who already attained Sakadagami but trying to attain the next stage of enlightenment, Anagami. So he's on the path to Anagami, the fifth one. The sixth one, the one who already made sure the third stage of enlightenment called Anagami, he's called Anagami. And the seventh one is the one who has already attained to Anagami state and is working on the full enlightenment. So he is on the path to full enlightenment. And the last one, the eighth one, is called Arahant, who has completed his training for and Nibbana. So when we put the name Sekha, it is quite suitable only for 7 people. Out of the except the last one, the Arahant, everybody is called Sekha. Everybody is called Sekha. So the goal is to become an Arahant, a fully enlightened one who has completed the training. So we know that Arahant has nothing to do with the Noble Eightfold Path at all because he has gone through. It's like you have finished your degree and there is nothing for you to do in terms of getting the degree because you have already taken it. Likewise, the Arahant is the one who gone beyond the Noble Eightfold Path by practicing the Noble Eightfold Path. So 15, we can see the Sutta explaining us the 15 qualities of a Sekha. In other words, these 15 qualities should be developed by the Sekha in order for to be a Sekha and also going beyond Sekha level. So if I post here a little bit and ask this question from you, who are you? Where you practice Dhamma in this line? So we have 7 people. The one who is in the Sotapanna Magga and one who already attained Sotapanna state. And now we know other individuals. So where are you in this path? Nobody can judge it from outside. It is only you who knows it. If I do a kind of analysis, I think many people today are in the Magga to Sotapanna, which means they are still trying to attain Sotapanna so that many people belongs to the first category of the 8 people. But a lot of people who believe the Buddha right and follow the Dhamma as the principles and take the Sangha as the examples of the Dhamma may be in the path. For sure, they are even if they complete 1% or 2% of the qualities, they are considered in the path of the Sotapanna. So there are different names for them, called Saddhanusari and Dhammanusari. It is individual to know who we are and what kind of situations we have in the Dhamma with their own analysis based on the Dhamma. A lot of people make claims that they attain to this stage, that state, just because they think so. But it is not right. You have criteria in the Dhamma to experience what state you are in and what state you have to achieve and so forth. So, friends, these are the 15 qualities or the Dharma or the stages you have to go through in order to make you a very good Sekha, and also it helps when you practice these 15, you're going to be a fully Arahant as well. What is the first one you think? It is moral conduct, Sila. At every places, the Buddha emphasized the path. He first mentioned about the Sila as the foundation. Sile patittaya naro sapanyo, chittang panyancha bhavayang, Atapi Nipakobiku Etang Vijate Jatang. It is said that that we need to stand on the first ground in order to clear the path. That is Sila. Sila doesn't mean that you just limit yourself to 5 precepts, 8 precepts, 8 lifetime precepts, 10 precepts, or whatever precepts. Sila, in broader sense, is being able to discipline your mind with some verbal, physical practices. It includes the restraint from senses. In other words, you would be able to control your senses. You know the limit of everything. If I make it simplify, that is the way it should be said. You know the limit of your senses. And then you would be able to use food, clothes, housing, medicine, and other things for a purpose. If you follow principles in Buddha's teaching related to Sila, there you know the purposes of using anything you use at home. With regard to us as monks, we use the 4 requisites. So we know what exactly this means. It doesn't mean that individual monks 100% practice it, but they should know it. Then only you can achieve that sila, particular indriya sangvara sila, pratya sannitya sila. These terms tells you that you have to, restrain your senses, and you have to take the 4 requisite for a meaning. So these are also under sila section, not only the precepts, number of precepts you constantly heard. Of course, they are making you very meaningful, and they are taking you to the entire experience of sila, but it is a part of sila. In other words, in the sutta, it is said that you should be mindful about each and every physical activity and verbal activity to be, in the proper position of sila. I would like to turn your attention towards the Noble Eightfold Path, where sila is mentioned. Right speech, right action, and right livelihood. These are the 3 factors of the Noble Eightfold Path that explain the sila. It covers, the sila is completely covered by following these 3 training principles. So this sutta tells us sila is the most and powerful thing, and it should come at the very beginning. And a lot of people ask question why sila is coming at the very beginning of the training, because the wisdom is the most important thing. And how could sila could be in that way without participation of wisdom? Because wisdom is as a quality is being talked later. But friends, if you look at the Noble Eightfold Path, Samadhi is the first thing, and without Samadhi, it tells that you cannot do even a single thing in the noble training. So, Sile Patittaya Narosapanyo, the wise people always preserve Sila, not unwise people. So now we can understand that Sila is done by intelligent individuals, the individuals who knows the danger of samsara, the individual who knows the importance of ending craving, attachment, greed, hatred. These people take the sila as the first step to be completed. That's why it is been the foundation for the enlightenment. Sile patittaya. If one establishes on sila, they are the people who solve the problem of suffering. Then I already explained here guarding the sense dose. Moderation in eating also is explained in the sutta as a very important quality. Why do we say this? Because the world struggle for food. The people in individual basis and as also family basis, social basis, as a country, they fight for food. So if you as an individual who follow the Noble Eightfold Path know the meaning of eating food, there you eat for that purpose. But if you have craving over on your thinking, there you eat food not only for surviving, but it's for different reasons, which is going against the noble eight qualities. So one has to know moderation in eating. When it comes to monks, you are lay people, most of you, and we monks should do better than lay people in many ways. That is why there is a stanza starting with Patisanka Yoniso Pindapatang Patisevami. We recite this at the time the dana is taken, just to remind us that the purpose of having food is not for any beautification, not for any other reasons, but for practicing the Brahma Vihara. And this is good for us to survive for practicing Brahma Vihara. And that's all we take food. So with that vision, we take the food so that the craving and ignorance with about food may be going away with that analysis in mind. So that's why Bantes and bhikkhus and bhikkhunis recite this before eating. So if you can do it, I really appreciate, because whether you are a lay person or not, a lot of dhamma could be applicable, so that you can pick up something from this discourse and apply on daily basis, because you are also seeker, in my view. Not only the Bantes, bhikkhunis and nuns, you as upasaka and upasika could be one of the 7 people even now, so that this teaching is for you. So we see wakefulness and alertness. This is called situational awareness, sati sampajana. That is also should be practiced. Sati sampajanya is with regard to each physical activity mainly, and then of course we need the mind to be alert on physical activity. If you look at the Satipatthana discourse, you see Sampajanya Pabba. Sampajanya. The word Janya means to know. Sampa means well. You know it well. You know it deep. You know it completely. That's the meaning. So what exactly you know when you stand up, when you walk, when you sit down, when you lie down, when you eat, when you drink, when you wash your body, when you go to washroom, you know it. So you do each activity with awareness and wisdom. That's called sampajana. So that should be practiced by people to be seeker, and also seeker should be practiced to be an arahant. Then we see jagrato. That means without sleeping in proper time, you awake and try your best to put the Dhamma active in you. Because you can sleep. Nobody is in the monastery to watch you. You can sleep even with during meditation. But the one who sees the danger of this sansara definitely cut off sleepiness and practice Dhamma as much as he or she can, because they want to be enlightened arahants soon, because the danger of this life is so much, so that they try very hard. That is called, without sleeping, you strive for cultivating your mind with so many good qualities. So it's called jagarya. That is something you need to practice in the training. And then it's been talked about mindfulness. Mindfulness is explained in many suttas, and it is recorded in the Noble Eightfold Path as a guiding principle, because without being mindful, how could you develop anything? So being mindful does not mean that you watch something, but it has a part to recognize the unwholesomeness, and we do not let this rise in us again. So mindfulness, basically the watchdog of the Noble Eightfold Path, but it is not only watching, it is also the quality of remembering. Look at Venerable Ananda, the great attendant to the Buddha. It is said that he had a great mindfulness. That's why he was able to remember each word of the Buddha as he uttered. So without Venerable Ananda, of course, there is a very good suspicion that we don't get any Dhamma without him, because he's the one who explained the Dhamma to monks at the First Sangha Council because of this quality. So being sati is not only remembering, it is being able to tackle the unwholesomeness and waking up the wisdom to take decisions. So sati is therefore one of the qualities that people should practice to be seeker, and also going beyond seeker. So we also have two other important qualities in the sutta called samadhi and also panya. I think many of you understand these terms, panya. But before that, samadhi. Samadhi is the tranquility, the perfect tranquility of mind is called samadhi. When samadhi is there, the mind is not disturbed, but mind is alert. Mind knows things. There are thoughts in mind. They are all peaceful, but mind is not disturbed by any unwholesomeness, any external things, because the mind is now has now entered into samadhi. So I think one of the areas that you may focus, because samadhi is really interesting. Let me give you an example. This example is giving you a glimpse of samadhi. Suppose you have to go a long distance place on a sunny day. The road is muddy. Sometimes it's too narrow. Your vehicle is hardly driven on. Sometimes you get down from the vehicle and push your vehicle hard to take the vehicle out from different difficult roads. So somehow, even though you use your vehicle, you are so tired to the end of the road. Now, so you have some snack, some refreshment. Let's say that you have cold water to get washed, and you're hungry now, so you have drink the best thing you wish for. You have it, and then you are given best food to eat after. So after because of the nice food you get, the tiredness of the journey is gone. Friends, samadhi is like that. The Noble Eightfold Path is designed by the Buddha to end craving by seeing the impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and non-self on us, on everything. This is not on a rosy road, because in one sense we have to fight with negative forces in mind. Greed, hatred, and ignorance are the leaders of unwholesomeness. They are sending soldiers always to fight us. So you have to take care of that side. At the same time, cultivating wholesomeness is challenged by those forces, negative forces. However, you would be able to fight those negative things and bring those positive things is a huge challenge. At the same time, gaining samadhi should be done. To gain samadhi, to experience samadhi, you have to find meditation working in you. You not only sit for meditation, you not only find places of meditation, you sit and find that right tune of meditation. Then only you find samadhi as an experience. So I compare samadhi is very tasty food on the journey. That's all you get to refresh yourself. So the path is difficult, but the path is going to be really nice when we get a lot of nice experiences called samadhi. Under the word of samadhi, we know that four jhanas are being talked. That is another thing you need to pay attention. I repeat, samadhi is something you should test. Now, many of you are in the age that has a lot of the difficulties. Many of you are over 70, so a lot of pain in the body, and sometimes the body doesn't listen to you. So that you need this samadhi in mind. When samadhi is achieved in your practice, there you don't consider the pain of your body. You easily overcome those negative pains in your body by the power of the samadhi in mind. What do you need to do to achieve samadhi? First, you have to be genuine on sila. Don't use your words for nothing. Anything you talk, it should be meaningful. It should lead others to be happy. It should lead others to do more good things. So then only your speech is going to be wholesome. Then action. Don't do any bad thing. Don't do any harm for anyone. Don't steal. Use your action just for peaceful purposes. There you have the peaceful mind, and then only you can practice meditation for achieving samadhi. If there are holes in sila, samadhi is not achievable. If sila is going to be praiseworthy of you, there you have the chance of getting samadhi, but not just because of wish, but you enter into the practice of samadhi, there you have results. So friends, I encourage you to experience samadhi, because when you attain the first jhana of the samadhi, you overcome 5 hindrances: Kamachanda, Vyapada, Teenamidda, and Uddacha Kukucha Vichikicha. These are the Pali terms for 5 hindrances. First is sensual pleasures. Second is ill will. Third is sleepiness and drowsiness of doing good things. And then restlessness and worry. And the last one is doubt. You are not certain on any good things. Your mind is unwavering, so that questioning is happening without a purpose. So doubtful situation. So do you see that living with these 5 is living like in hell, in fire? Because you are burning, you are not satisfied. You feel frustration. Sometimes you are beyond the level of sensual pleasures. You cannot control it because you are in the framework of hindrances, panchanivarna. If you are able to release your mind from these 5 hindrances, there you achieve the first jhana. It could be second jhana, third jhana, or any jhana. Clearly, we could say that you are in samadhi. So samadhi is a primary conditions like the others for being a seeker or to go beyond seeker level. The last thing the sutta emphasizes is panya, insight. Panya has many faces. We can define it by considering one thing at a time, but there is no one who explained the panya entirely. Even the Buddha explained it very clearly, but in different places with different words. So practicing panya is taking place when only you practice sila and samadhi. It's always depend on the previous things. Isn't it patisamuppada? Yes. Practicing panya is not happening alone. It happens, it develops when only you consider yourself on your matters and give enough energy. So friends, samadhi is such a wonderful quality to practice. And panya is more vital than any other quality, because it tells you what exactly you are and what you need to do. And there are the panya of disciples has always made the differences in attitude. So these are the qualities that respectively mentioned in the sutta, Seka Sutta. So when you practice these couple of things I mentioned so far, it has to be gradual. What does that mean? You cannot take panya directly to be practiced, because you have a lot to do before that. So that if you do the first thing, you are having a part of the second one. In other words, you are familiar with the second and third one because you have done a lot of good things in the first one. Likewise, is gradual. It is based on this and that, so that it is not only teaching just the sutta, just Seka Padipada, it also tells the Paticca Samuppada. So that is pretty much the sutta. I would like to go to the reading the sutta because it has a background story. Venerable Ananda is telling the Mahasangha about this discourse at the Sangha Council, and he said that Buddha delivered another discourse called Seka Patipada Sutta or Seka Sutta while the Buddha was in Nigrodharama's park in Kapilavastu. Kapilavastu is the hometown for the Supreme Buddha and many Sakyans. So when this discourse is uttered by the Buddha was in Kapilavastu. But we do not see that the Buddha is delivering this discourse because he had a kind of medical things during the sermon, so that Venerable Ananda was kindly invited by the Buddha to give the full sermon. So if you read the sutta, you see that the relatives of the Buddha made a very huge hole in the middle of the city, or in any place that many people, including the king, could come and do such activities. So Sakyans built a new one, and they needed the Buddha to come and bless the place for longevity and for many good things. So then we see from the sutta that the Buddha visited that particular place and sat down on the provided seat, and he went there with a huge group of monks, and we know from the sources that Venerable Ananda was there with the Buddha. So when the Buddha started the sermon, it gives him some discomfort because of tiredness, because of various other reasons. So then the Venerable Ananda was doing the sermon. So Venerable Ananda explained all the things we actually discussed. So the Buddha came back. So actually, the Buddha was listening to Venerable Ananda's explanation. Can you imagine how difficult it is because not for Ananda, for somebody else, because the Buddha knows everything, and when he listens to us, how could we deliver something without any mistake? So doubt and fear might arise when an average person does it, but Venerable Ananda, being the foremost, in the Dhamma as disciple, he could actually deliver the sermon Seka Sutta, Seka Patipada to the Sakyans. So that is the Sutta. So since this discourse is going on stages of enlightenment carefully, we can take couple-ups, but before that, I just want to ask from you whether whether you like Indriya Sangvara or Sati Sampajanya, whatever practice you prominently put forward. Because if you look at Satipatthana, there are many meditation subjects in Satipatthana. But you don't want to take everything for your practice, just find a suitable one. For that, actually, you need to test yourself on various meditation subject in the Satipatthana. But don't take too long. Just find one or two that makes sense, then practice meditation. Likewise, not being able to make everything meaningful in the sutta, but try your best with something. That is what I can tell about that. So is there any interesting subject here? I will tell you again what exactly this sutta teaches us. Restrain Sila Sangvara, being morally wholesome. And then Indriya Guttadvara, being able to protect your senses from outside things, and moderation in eating, and devotion to be mindful. And there are other 7 qualities mentioned in the discourse, such as jhana, and also the special knowledges that anybody can attain. So once you finish all these things, you either could be a seeker in this very life or soon, and there is the chance of being asek as well. The word asek is being used for arhants, so you can be either one if you practice the Dhamma very much. So Seka Sutta therefore is an interesting sutta. So I would like you to tell something if you really want to. So remember Seka Sutta. Seka, Skha, if you type in the Google, and it talks about the practices we should take and practice if for our enlightenment. I know from various sources that some people take meditation very seriously and train their mind to the Dharma with that, and they soon attain to stages of enlightenment. No, there is no one to tell that whether you have done good things in previous life to be qualified for this and that. No, we don't need them. So you just take the principles and be serious, be genuine, take time to learn certain principles, have Kalyanamita association, make sure that you never violate moral principles. So then there will be an opportunity for you to soften your mind from unwholesomeness and completely take it out from. So I think that is recorded in many places. Some lay people, some ordained people, they were doing that in a nice way. So I think being a Sotapanna, being a Arahant, at least practicing jhana in this very life should be some encouragement or some ideas in your mind. So Seka Sutta is therefore very important. Do you have anything to say? If not, I can say some more on different subjects of Seka Sutta. The king of the Sakyan clan at that time was Mahanama. That king is a younger brother of Supreme Buddha. I think the age gap is maybe 10 to 15 years. Anyhow, King Mahanama was the ruler of the Kapilavastu. From his own statement in one discourses, he says that Bante, I am truly busy and I cannot come to the monastery to see you quite often, but remember that I am a disciples of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So that kind of things also happen. But in the case of Mahanam, he was a busy king with administration, with various issues in the country. At the same time, he used to come to the Buddha or any other recognized arahants to get dharma. So in this particular case, he is the one who made the hall for gathering, and he's the one who actually arrange everything so that we can see that Mahanama and rest of the brothers of the Buddha were doing something nice for the sake of sasana. So I want to add this because I didn't mention the king's name before. So the head of the Sakyan clan at the time the Buddha delivered discourse was, give me a second. Sorry about that. As I told you, there is no time for us to waste, so that you take the meditation seriously. Why? I want you to experience samadhi. If I go on the topic samadhi again, I think you would take it well. That is my uh, intention here. Samadhi is called samahita chitta. Samadhi is a state of mind. It has connection with some technique and control. For example, I am mentally busy. I think of this and that and think of him and her, and I will be thinking how I am connecting everyone and doing this job. And so if when such situation happens to anyone and everyone, the mind is really disturbed because we have hopes to go on and complete them. Therefore, our mind is agitated, busy. But when you attain samadhi, you do not have even a single disturbance in your mind. Because you have taken your attention into a peaceful state inside of your mind, and so you keep it further because the body is going to give you so much relaxation when samadhi is achieved. Remember, this is the icing part of the noble training. This is the enjoyable part of the noble training. Noble Eightfold Path has samadhi as the last one, but it has been connected to each and every aspect of the Noble Eightfold Path. So, therefore, samadhi is really important. A lot of people talk about samadhi as not a discovery of the Buddha, but I would say that it is wrong. The Samma Samadhi, as explained in the Noble Eightfold Path, is a discovery of the Buddha. The Buddha found it in his mind when he meditated, and after delivered it to the world as a new teaching. Then what was that Samadhi that Alar Kala Muddakaram attained? These are only two individuals we know from the text, but there could be many at that time. What kind of samadhi they achieved? Can that samadhi be the foundation for removing craving, greed, hatred, and ignorance? No. If you read Satchaka Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya and also Arya Pariyesana Sutta in the same section, you see that those teachers at the time when Siddhartha was looking for teaching, they practice type of mindfulness, type of concentration, but they are not supported by right wisdom. They have achieved certain samadhi status, but that samadhi is not strong enough to clear the path for unwholesomeness and attain unwholesomeness. So I experienced this pretty much in many places. So anyway, so practicing samadhi could also be a gateway to full enlightenment. From any sources, you sharpen your mind. Now you are about to attain enlightenment, so you cannot do it. You are not doing it with the support of so many other things. So friends, samadhi is therefore something everyone should practice. Remember it. The samadhi that a lot of people achieve before the Buddha are not the samadhi we talked. Samadhi we talked in this discourse, in many other discourses, is called Fojana, and they are only developed and tell the world only by the Buddha. So that is about samadhi. And then I see from the discourses that being a Sotapanna is the most wonderful place in my understanding, because you have destroyed only three fetters. One fetter is a mountain like huge, in the sense of its negativity, and in the sense of its power. So anyway, when you are in sorry samadhi, you are able to see the importance of every qualities. So therefore, if we should practice samadhi, we should practice panya, we should practice other important things in the Seka Sutta. Venerable Ananda is highlighted in this discourse very much. There are a couple of suttas that Venerable Ananda delivered, and the Buddha admired them as right. And this is one of the discourses that the Buddha listened to the Venerable Ananda's explanation at the end. The Buddha said that marvelous, excellent, while many may not be able to understand such suttas, but Venerable Ananda, being the treasurer of the Dhamma, can explain it well. So we can see that this is a Shravaka Bhasita Sutta, a sutta or discourse delivered by disciples of the Buddha. And this is another important this is an important discourse in the sense of showing some information about the Buddha. A lot of people consider the Buddha divine because of his wisdom, because of the wonderful things happen in the Buddha's life. But we see from this course that the Buddha is also getting tired. The Buddha had a physical problem with regard to spine later on. Therefore, he was not able to sit properly. During the last 2 years of his life, he was nearly leaning down, and he was lying down, and he showed that difficulty in his body quite often. So this shows that the Buddha is impermanent. Buddha's body is impermanent. A lot of people understand that the Buddha is never experiences aging, sicknesses, and so forth. No, Buddha is showing us in this discourse that he too become a victim of aging, beings, sicknesses, and so forth. So friends, that is another highlighting point of the Seka Sutta. If you have anything to say, take your time. Seka Sutta has connections to many suttas, because the essence the Seka Sutta include are the general Dhamma, or the Dhamma that everyone should practice. Therefore, this sutta could be a reference for many Dhamma talks sometime. So there is a very important simile at the end of the discourse, breaking out the shell. I think it is a very important simile to remember. If you remember that, simile, the essence of the sutta is well stored in your mind. Let me get this. And to the end of the discourse, you see presence of Sanam Kumara. I would say this as Brahma. Brahma Sanam Kumara's presence is recorded in the sutta. Actually, Venerable Anand explained the stanza uttered by Sanam Kumar Brahma. It means that for those who look up to clan, the Shastriya is the best in this generation. The one endowed with wisdom and conduct is the best among gods and humans. So, no matter which state of life, status of existence you have, you should be wise, you should be Dhamma centered. The conduct you have should be up to the point so that you are a powerful being in the universe. So and that is what what Venerable Ananda said at last. Then the Buddha came out from his rest and addressed the monks that I really appreciate I really appreciate Ananda's sermon. So if I were to say that the same Dhamma, the way I said is the same as Venerable Ananda said it. So that's how the Buddha appreciate Venerable Ananda's important discourse towards his relatives. So friends, these are the important things to be discussed in the discourse. As we know, many of you know a lot of Dhamma. You are able to talk about the Noble Eightfold Path, Four Noble Truths, and then Paticca Samuppada, for foundation of mindfulness. You also know Sila. So, is there anything you need to know from the entire Dhamma? I guess you have catch the information very much, so that what you need to do is to put the Dharma into practice. Putting Dharma into practice is personal, but it needs some support, it needs some attention. Then you are able to practice the Dharma. So it is very important. A lot of people in each era learn the Dhamma. So when you go on learning Dhamma halfway through, you either fed up with, you either do not have that faith on the Dhamma. So you can use those energies for different things. But what is important is to stick yourself into the Sila, and then Samadhi is really quick and easy to achieve. And when you do good in Samadhi and also Sila, you will see what you need to do. You will feel what exactly your mind says, because you have been putting your mind in the training of Sila and Samadhi for a long time. Therefore, friends, we don't have time to waste. We had dealt with so many things, material things for a long time. So they haven't done anything good for you. So friends, therefore, just be mindful to put the Dharma into application. Take a couple of hours every day to do so that you will be ending your life with as a disciples of the Buddha. That's what actually we expect from each devotees, and we also try for that end. So that is what I think everyone should take into the mind now. Since nobody is to talk, but prefer to listen, I think I would end today's discussion now, because tomorrow is a busy day for me. Today had been a very busy day for me. So I should do the other things that are related to the programs tomorrow. So I'm really happy that I could come for today's session. You know what? I didn't spend the daytime at the temple because of the several programs in distant places, and I reached here by 6:30. So I thought I can do it despite the physical tiredness. So therefore, I am so happy that I stay with you with a particular sutta. I don't say that I gave you everything, but you are smart people, smart upasaka and upasika. You quickly can quickly get the point. In many cases, I think in today's discussion, you listen to. and make good intentions to practice Seka Patipada for you to be a Seka in this very sasana. So let me share my merits with you. Anything I do today in the name of Kusalakam and Punyakam, the power of them should be with you, with your family members, and may you and all of them be well, happy, and peaceful. May your practice grow well day by day, and at some point may you be able to feel it well, and there you see the impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and non-self on anything. There may you be able to switch your mind from this levels to next level and be a very great Shravak of the Buddha. With that in mind, with that sharing merits, I'm going to end today's Sutta discussion. May you all be well, be happy, and peaceful. Thanks for joining.